Sunram. Sunram finds an OC, left pocket three on the way. Tickles a twine.
Now it's Maddie Bass on the drive. Bass, nice move, and Bass with an easy layup.
To the feet, Ruppel brought back down. O'Connor, though, lost the grab, and down to the mat. Ruppel with a chance for a pin with a minute 15. There it is.
Pick and roll, Kaloran. Hooks it underneath, and a bunny for Hannig.
Right side to Charlie Shaw. Shaw looks right, drives in, attacks the double team, and splits him for the layup.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Saturday morning inside the Fargo. This is our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, featuring the Central Cass Squirrels, the number 1 seed from the East, going up against the number 4 seed from the West in the Dickinson Midgets. The winner of this particular quarterfinal round duel will square off with the winner of Minot and Lisbon. We'll also have coverage of that on yourliveevent.com with Brent Dick for audio-only coverage. That'll be at 1 o'clock then in the semifinals. The loser of this will go up against the loser of the Magi, and alongside the Broncos, it'll be at 1 o'clock later on here today. Placing matches at 2:30 with the championship at 4 o'clock. The state dual tournament looks like this. Bottom half of the bracket, Bismarck Legacy, the number 1 seed from the West, going up against the 4 seed from the East in South Border. Then Grand Forks, the 2 seed from the East, going up against the 3 seed from the West in the Bismarck High Demons. Again, this is the 2025 North Dakota Girls State Dual Tournament here on yourliveevent.com. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, dive into the matchup a little bit more between Dickinson and Central Cass here from the Fargo Dome.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early, because sometimes it's gone early, because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club. Here's a message from Tim Cassette, Golden Harvest Seed Sales in the Hillsboro area. When it comes to your operations needs, they want to hear from you, which is why they're committed to listening first. From farmer-focused R&D teams to their Gold Series soybeans and game-changing corn products to the insights shared through the Illuminate digital platform, everything offered is an answer to what they learned from you. For Golden Harvest corn and soybean seed, visit with Tim Cassette Seed Sales Hillsboro, 701-430-0877.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. And we'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
The broadcast of this tournament matchup in the dual quarterfinal has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. For the Central Cass Squirrels, seeing how they fared yesterday on the individual side, Anna White, the first-time 3-time state champion, program history for either boys or girls, able to be a winner at 100 pounds yesterday. Mallory DeVries finishing on the podium as well, alongside with Brianna Mayer here at 124 pounds, DeVries at 118. Grace Lamar finishing in the top 5 at 136, and Lois Schneider finishing on the podium in the top 8 at 142 for Central Cass, who finished in the top 10 on the girls' side of things yesterday here for Central Cass. Their opponent in the Dickinson Midgets. Dickinson, the number 4 seed again from the West here. And the Western Flair kind of got things done yesterday in both the boys and the girls' side of things when it came to the A boys, and alongside the girls in terms of Minot High was the champ when it came to total individual points yesterday. Going to see what happens here in this particular matchup. Minot High, the number 2 seed again from the West. They were able to get on the podium a handful of times. Their individuals, the same with Bismarck Legacy from the West. Again, that was yesterday in the individual portion of the state dual tournament. Also coverage here today on yourliveevent.com. The Carrington Cardinals came up short against the number 1 seed on the B duels On the boys' side, 43-22. South Border goes up against Bowman County in a semifinal round matchup, while Carrington will go up against the number 5 seed in New Salem Almont. Brady Siebels will have coverage for you at 11:30 on that on yourliveevent.com for audio-only coverage. Then the placing match where the Carrington Cardinals either go for the consolation championship at 2:30 or the 7th place match at 7:30. On the A side earlier here today, the number 1 seed from the East and West Fargo Cheyenne over Williston. They will go up against Bismarck Century in the semis after the Patriots defeated Grand Forks Central 47-16. Bismarck High with a shutout of Dickinson 76-0. The Demons will go up against Legacy, who upended Davies 50-18. So the semis again on the Class A side, Cheyenne and Century with Bismarck and Bismarck Legacy. While on the B side in boys, it was all chalk, 1 through 4 advancing. The 2 seed of Velva over Pembina County North, 46-24. Oaks defeat Williams County by 1, 31-30. Went right down to the wire as Velva goes up against Oaks in the semis at 1 o'clock. South Border, the number 1 overall seed, again against Bowman County later on after Bowman County Beach was able to defeat New Salem Almont and South Border over the Carrington Cardinals. So that again is a look at your state tournament bracket. We will have coverage for the Carrington Cardinals throughout on the boys side, while on the girls side we'll have coverage of both Central Cass and Lisbon. If they both win or they both lose, they'll have a 1 audio only stream then at 1 o'clock. If one wins, one loses, then we'll have separate coverage at 1 o'clock going forward into the respective place matches as well. Again, this is the North Dakota State Wrestling Tournament here today on yourliveevent.com, as we'll get a little bit closer to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Also, from there, we'll get you set for the Squirrels and the Midgets. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote started today. Again, that's IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote started today. Back with more after this here on yourliveevent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Meet Blake, the messiest 4-year-old on the planet. He's no ordinary durability tester. Meet SmartStrand, no ordinary carpet. With all pet protection, it's the softest, most durable, easiest to clean carpet on the planet. When Blake's barn got a comfy makeover, SmartStrand came clean, even went up against a 2-ton rhino. Made to withstand all walks of life. Ask for SmartStrand, rhino tested, rhino approved.
Available at Carpet World, carpetworldfargo.com.
Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels!
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Your local Castleton agents, Scott Kramer and Tyler Wazleen, wish the Squirrels the best of luck. As we come back, recapping what happened again yesterday at the North Dakota State Wrestling Tournament on the girls' side of things. The team scores: Minot High was number 1, Bismarck Legacy 2, Bismarck High number 3, Grand Forks 4, Amanda number 5 was Central Cass finishing 6th with 76 points. Dickinson not too far behind them in 8th with 73.5 points. The Central Cass Squirrels did tie with Kenmare Bullbills Burke Central yesterday on the girls' team dual scores. Again, taking a look at what happened yesterday. Anna White of Central Cass finishing first place, able to defeat Brooklyn LaFriends of the Mandan High Braves, and then from there at 118 pounds Mallory DeVries able to get on the podium here for the Central Cass Squirrels, taking 5th here for Mallory DeVries. Emily Schilling of Dickinson also at 118, taking in the podium at number 8. From there at 124 for the Central Cass Squirrels, Brianna Mayer finishing in 8th place, as Aldi Simmons of Killdeer able to defeat Brianna Mayer for 8th place. From there at 136 pounds for the Central Cass Squirrels, Grace Lamar taking 5th. And then at 142 pounds, Lois Schneider of Central Cass able to come up in 7th place here for the Central Cass Squirrels. At 148, Jamie Cunningham of Dickinson on the podium in 6th. At 155, you had Meyer of Dickinson finishing in 3rd for the midgets. Also for the midgets finishing on the podium here, Colby McElwain of Dickinson finishing 3rd place at 170 pounds. And for Dickinson as well, taking a look at some other matchups here for the midgets. That was some of those that were able to finish on the top 8 again for Dickinson High. This again is our coverage on the North Dakota State Wrestling Tournament. We will follow the Central Cass Squirrels throughout all 3 matchups, win, lose, or draw, so to speak. And then we will get you ready for our first round of the day coming up here in a moment. This is our pregame show, again brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com to get a free quote start today. When we come back after this, we'll get you ready for our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups alongside the first match of the duel. 13 classes here for girls wrestling, as it has been throughout the course of the season. 6 points if you get the pin, 5 with the tech fall, 4 with the major, and 3 with the decision. And we'll see how both coaches play out their cards and their lineups as this one continues. We'll also keep you apprised of what's going on in the other 3 matchups. The Class A consolation semifinals going on, as well as the Class B consolation semifinals. Then you'll get to all semis coming up in our next frame at roughly around 1 o'clock. You at 2:30 again will be the place matches, and then the championship will be at 4 o'clock here today. We'll come back after this and get you ready for our American Crystal Sugar starting lineup. Says they will be starting here at these weight classes in this particular matchup at 142 pounds. So again, 142 pounds. The last matchup will be at 136, the weight class here in this one on our first duel of the day. Back with more here from the Fargo Dome.
You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro. You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Angus, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032. 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or the whole from Mueller Angus, Hillsboro.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
This is Austin Reed with Dakota Heritage Bank. At Dakota Heritage Bank, we have a strong background in ag and business lending, but we can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. If you're in need of a loan, visit us at one of our locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing our heritage, sharing our future.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems or working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
As we get to our abbreviated American Crystal Sugar starting lineups, live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. Go to crystalsugar.com. Again, that is crystalsugar.com. Again, starting at 142 pounds here in this opening round here of 13 to get through the team dual score for Central Cass and Dickinson. The Squirrels, again, the number 1 seed from the East. The Midgets, the number 4 seed from the West. Winner will have a semifinal round matchup coming up here later today on yourliveevent.com at 1 o'clock. Loser will head to the consolation semifinals also at 1 o'clock. So for girls wrestling, it's going to be back-to-back with no breaks. You might have to go 3 consecutive duels in a row. If you're 3rd through 7th place, you do get a little breather if you're able to make the semifinals and eventually the championship. As the wrestlers are getting into their very first matchup here of the day. Again, this is our American Crystal Sugar starting lineup. Go to crystalsugar.com. That again is crystalsugar.com. As the Dickinson Midgets will be in on their dark gray singlets here for the Central Cass Squirrels, and they're all black. Lois Schneider coming on here for the Central Cass Squirrels here at 142 pounds. Going up against Jamie Cunningham here from Dickinson at 142 as we get this one ready to go here to open up this dual tournament, as both are into a headlock right off the bat here. Again, Lois Schneider finishing in 7th place here at 142 pounds. Well, for the Dickinson Midgets, Jamie Cunningham was at 6th place at 148 pounds yesterday when she moved up in the individual portion of the bracket. Currently scoreless, 30 seconds into this matchup between Schneider and Jamie Cunningham, as this one will be on between these two respective clubs. As you will continue here to see them work to the edge of the mats as they let each other kind of reassess. As Schneider locked up in a little bit of a hand tie with Cunningham. They work back to the middle and the center of the mat right now. Neither has taken a knee to the floor so far. As this continues here, both trying to get their balance and to see what the other can find themselves in a situation of currently. As again here, Schneider, the senior, at 23-12 on the season. Jamie Cunningham, a senior, at 23-16 here for Dickinson. Still scoreless, 30 seconds remaining in the period as Cunningham going in for a single leg shot. Blocked by Schneider. Schneider continues to work here with Cunningham up top. As the underhooks are in right now here for Schneider. Cunningham able to get back to a little bit more of a hand wrestling with 15 seconds. We have not seen a throw for either wrestler so far, as it looks like we'll go to the first period scoreless here after the opening 2 minutes. On our Tim Cassette Seed Sales Harvest scoreboard, again, it will be scoreless here after the opening 2 minutes on this first period between Central Cass and Dickinson. Again, this is the North Dakota State Dual Wrestling Tournament here on yourliveevent.com. Simultaneous coverage of Carrington boys going on across the way with Brady Siemels. Also, Lisbon squaring off with the Majets here of Minot with Brent Dick, also on yourliveevent.com. As Cunningham will start in the down position here. It's Lois Schneider in the up position as we begin the second period of action. Is trying to get back to her base is Cunningham, but Schneider able to work a little bit on that chicken wing across. Getting into a pinning position here for Schneider. Schneider working with some near fall points coming through. Schneider continues to work up top. Cunningham trying to get back over and not allow that base to bridge. On the back right now, Schneider continues to work with that wing. Now more of a headlock situation. And Schneider started on the top position, got into that wing right off the bat here for Cunningham. It was Travis Lamar giving some words of coaching here. Schneider continuing to work As Cunningham is trying to hang on for dear life with 1:15, able to roll back over, but right under the back, still into a pinning position, and there it is. Lois Schneider with 1:11 left in the second period gets 6 big points on the board here via the pin for the Central Cass Squirrels at 142. So Schneider did a nice job with her and Cunningham in the first period, where neither wrestler again was on the mat, but starting in the top position. Lois Schneider earns a very large pin to open things up here for Central Cass, and they take an early 6-0 lead. So good looking move there for Schneider, as we will make our way now from 142 on the weight class up to 148 pounds now here for both Central Cass and Dickinson. As the Central Cass Squirrels at 148 pounds will be coming up here in a moment. Only Golden Harvest Tim Kazetzi sales scoreboard, it is a 6-0 lead, so a nice start right off the bat here as Lois Schneider able to get that bonus points with that pinning combination. Emerson Filady here, the junior for Central Cass at 148, going up against Clancy Meyer here of Dickinson, the freshman at 33-5 on the season. As Clancy Meyer at 155, able to finish in third place yesterday here for Dickinson. As you'll see it now here on the center of the mat, the two continue to work. 30 seconds into this first period, still scoreless. Meyer right now trying to see if she can get a throw coming down, now working into a grass coming across, and able to get a takedown here. 3 points on Emerson Filady on the far side of the mat. And now you'll see Emerson Filady getting back to her stomach and her base. Trying to see if she can get into that tripod position. Every time she gets back to her two knees, you just see Meyer throwing her back down to the mat right now as they work off to the far center. And it will be back into the center for the reset here as Filady will start in the down position. This is going on mat number 3. 8 mats all in action here this morning into the afternoon on yourliveevent.com and at the State Tournament at the Fargo Dome. Filady will start in the down position here. Meyer trying to do something similar with what Lois Schneider was able to do just moments ago, as she's working on that chicken wing right now. Good job by Filady to get out of it. Now more into a headlock and a little bit of a crossface here for Meyer against Filady. 40 seconds left in the period. It's 3-0 as your score right now on the individual portion at 148. 6-0 on the team dual score. As Filady sees that left arm, and Meyer able to bring it back behind Filady, and then every time she tries to get that wing shot in, Filady does a good job getting out of it. But 15 seconds left here in the period as Emerson Filady continuing to work on the bottom of the mat. As Meyer trying to see if she can turn her around right now. Got the left arm in, trying to spin her across. 2 seconds, 1 second to go in the period here. And we'll see if near fall points are coming or not. We'll see if it beats. And there will be some near fall points. 3 near fall points coming. So it'll be 6-0 in favor of Clancy Meyer here, the freshman. 6-0, so they'll give 3 near fall points. Dickinson High coach was looking for 4, but able to get to the end of the period there for Emerson Filady as we go to the second. It's 6-0. Starting in the top position here will be Filady on the restart here. It's a 12-0 lead out in favor here of the Majets between the Lisbon Broncos. They're at 155 right now. Again, the winner of this will play the winner of that matchup a little bit later on. Emerson Filady starts in the top position as Clancy Meyer trying to get the 1-point escape working to the side of the mat. And we will get clasping, so 1 point will be awarded here for Clancy Meyer, plus you'll get the 1-point escape. So it will be 8-0 here for Meyer with 30 seconds left in the second period. As right now Meyer and Filady continue to work. 2 Rams just locked up one more time. So far, Meyer, the more aggressive wrestler right now, been able to get that 3-point takedown in the first period, earning the near fall points. Emerson Filady doing a good job right now, blocking 1 or 2 attempts here by Meyer. And Filady trying to get into herself into a headlock position, but here comes a 3-point takedown then for Clancy Meyer as Filady was looking for the headlock. Meyer went right to a single leg shot brought Filady down to the near side of the mat. It's now 11-0 with 50 seconds left in the period. As you'll see, Meyer continuing to work up top on Filady in a very similar position for what the majority of the first period was, where Meyer was on top of Filady trying to get that arm bar across and then try to use that chicken wing and then at times work the crossface. Filady did a good job avoiding a pinch. He's going to try to have to finish off these last 20 seconds as Meyer trying to turn Filady over to get some back points and see if she can get into a pinning position. As Filady's just trying to avoid the pin here with the last 10 seconds. As right now you see Meyer trying to get into a cradle position to see if she can bring Filady over. There it is. There's the cradle with 2 seconds, with 1 second. That's going to be the end of the second period and 3 more points upcoming. So it's 14-0 going into the third period right now. Clancy Meyer just one more a takedown away from getting a tech fall as we start this third period. But again, if you're not going to get pinned, it would be a point that would come off the board for Dickinson right now as you go into these bonus points and what could potentially allow you to get to the semifinals or what your matchups might be a little bit later on. Meyer will start in the top position here to begin this the third period. Again, just a takedown or anything that's going to be a point here for Clancy Meyer is going to make this a tech fall. If she releases Emerson Filady, you would get a 1-point escape for Emerson, but then Emerson would need a takedown in her own right. But working across here into the cradle right now, Clancy Meyer's got her grips on Emerson Filady as they're in the center of the mat 30 seconds into this period. And Clancy Meyer trying to see if she can earn the fall and tie this one up at 6 apiece. There it is. Clancy Meyer able to get into that cradle. Nice job by Emerson Filady continuing to battle, but eventually the freshman Clancy Meyer here from Dickinson ties it up at 6 apiece as we will work our way from 148 pounds now to 155 pounds. So you do have a Lois Schneider fall at 249 against Jamie Cunningham, and then Clancy Meyer of Dickinson winner via the fall over Emerson Filady of Central Cass at the 439 mark. 2 periods, 2 matches in, and 2 pins so far as we go to 155 pounds. Again, Dickinson in their dark black attire with a Dickinson D out in front in orange. The Central Cass Squirrels in their black attire here in this one as we move to 155. Here on mat number 3. As you have Isabel Medris here from Dickinson, the freshman at 10-15 on the season, going up against Cheyenne Helen here for the Central Cass Squirrels, the senior at 16-1 here at 155 pounds. As these two in the center of the mat, 30 seconds in scoreless. The senior and the freshman is Cheyenne Helen. We're in that back black singlet here. Central Cass written across the front in white. With Squirrels down the back. Question is, after this one, who's going to take that lead going into our fourth period? Also going on, Grand Forks against Bismarck High. Here on one side as this one continues to work on the side as Cheyenne Helen able to push Medris outside of the mat here. As we will continue as Bismarck Legacy on top of South Border 36-6 right now on the West number 1 seed. This one continues to just be some hand fighting in the middle of the circle. Cheyenne Helen right now. Works that right arm across. And then throws Medris a little bit away. Medris backing up for a moment. Now able to get Helen back into the Dickinson bench as we will start in a neutral position. 30 seconds left here in period number 1. Going for a single leg shot is Isabel here for Dickinson. Blocked by Helen. Helen now trying to grab that back ankle with an ankle pick here as Helen continues to work on that single leg shot. 15 seconds here in the period. If Cheyenne Helen can get across eventually here on Isabel to try to get the 3-point takedown here as Helen unable to get past that right arm here of Isabel on the mat. Now we get to throw her down, finishing this one, trying to get it before the end of the first period, and this will go to the first. The officials will talk it over here to see if Cheyenne does get 3 points for a takedown. They will award 3 points at the end of the period for Cheyenne Helen, as Helen was able to continue to work across and get the 3 points for the takedown. So Helen will start the second period out in front on our Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard, 3-0. As you'll see this on the bottom, as Medeiros will start up top here, as Helen will start on the bottom, and Isabel immediately trying to get this one to come down, as Helen trying to get back to her base right now. Helen looking for a potential 2-point reversal, but into that headlock position again goes Isabel. Now getting back up top is Helen here, as Cheyenne trying to avoid the grasp, as we will have a point nearly coming across, as we're able to stay with it here for Isabel. Nearly getting away with Cheyenne Helen, but then as Helen was just about to get away, Medeiros was able to throw Cheyenne back to the mat, continues to work, going on that left ankle right now and trying to see if she can do what we just saw moments ago from her teammate here in Clancy Meyer, trying to see if she can get into that cradle position. As Cheyenne Helen trying to avoid a pinning combination here, as she's into that headlock right now. As Helen continues to work on the edge of the mat as they will work their way out. So it will be 3-0 with 60 seconds left here in this second period. As being on the bottom position again will be Cheyenne Helen. As Isabel from Dickinson works up top. Cheyenne able to get the 2-point reversal. Now she'll work on top, 5-0 with 50 seconds left here in the second period. Nicely done by Cheyenne Helen. Saw that Isabel was going in for that left shoulder, able to spin across up top and get the 2-point reversal. Now she will be working as Isabel trying to get back to her base respectively, as Helen throws her back to the mat. 30 seconds here in the period. Just trying to work that little chicken wing again here is Cheyenne Helen. As Helen trying to see if she can roll Isabel over, then getting into a pinning combination as she's able to do so right now. Near fall points being awarded. 15 seconds left in the period, and there's a pin. Cheyenne Helen, the senior, gets to 17-1 on the season winner via fall with 15 seconds left in the second period. 3 weight classes up and 3 pins so far for both Dickinson and Central Cass combined, as Cheyenne Helen winner via fall to officially mark it at the 346 mark here at 155 pounds. So for the Central Cass Squirrels, they will take a 12-6 lead. As we go to our 4th weight class, and starting the weight classes here in this girls dual tournament at 142 pounds. We will wrap it up at 136 pounds. As Central Cass and Dickinson will come out here. Colby McElwain from Dickinson, as we go to 170 pounds, going up against Isabel Dutt. Dutt, the senior, at 5-15. Colby McElwain, the junior, at 28-10 on the season. Colby McElwain finishing 3rd place in the individual portion of the girls tournament yesterday, behind Alex Storsved of Mandan and Emily Novak of Grand Forks. And going right to work here, Colby McElwain gets a 3-point takedown. 30 seconds in now to a headlock position, into a pinning combination now. Colby McElwain working to the near side of the mat, and there it is, winner via fall over Dutt. And we're going to be tied up at 12 apiece. Showing you why she was a top 3 place finisher here. Colby McElwain of Dickinson ties this one up at 12 apiece. As we make our way now to 190 pound, Ava Gullison coming on here for the Central Cass Squirrels at 190. She will come on here for Central Cass. We'll get to Dickinson and their check-in at the table here in a moment. Ava Gullison gone up from 190 to 2 heavyweight this year for the Central Cass Squirrels. And Travis Lamar may noted that, talking with them last night. Going up against now Kendra Erickson here from Dickinson at 14-7. Golfson gets run into a pinning combination right off the bat here. Has a 3-point takedown. Near fall points upcoming as Kendra Erickson trying to spin around and get back to her base. But Ava Golfson's got that head wrapped around right on the pin here as this one comes across, and they're able to get back up. But you're going to have points upcoming here on the 3-point takedown here for Ava Golfson, and then you get the 4 points for the near fall. 1-point escape here for Kendra Erickson. So Erickson stays alive after Ava Golfson nearly got a pin in the opening 30 seconds. Golfson going through a throw. Now Erickson has the chance to try to throw Ava Golfson as Golfson's trying to spin back over. Erickson's going to hit the mat, but it goes right into Ava Golfson's favor as Golfson working the back points right now, trying to see if she can be a winner via fall and continuing this tread here. 60 seconds into the period, Golfson continuing to work, and there it is, winner via fall with 54 seconds left in the period as Kendra Erickson went for a throw, but as she went for her throw, her body weight took her down to the mat. Golfson finished on top, and now it's 18-12. Ava Golfson, the senior for the Squirrels, gets on the board, winner via fall. So Central Cass gets their third pin of the match. Well, for Dickinson, they have 2, and so far it's alternated between these two. After a Colby McElwain pin with 33 seconds into the period, Ava Golfson winner via fall at 1:07 into the period here at 1:90. So 18-12 in what has been a back and forth state dual quarterfinal round matchup here between Central Cass and the Dickinson Midgets. So we will go from 250 and then back to lightweight at 100 pounds upcoming, as the Squirrels and the Midgets make their way to the center of the mat. Nevaeh Hipsek here, the sophomore at 16-13 on the season, going up against Bannister here, the freshman who's 2-20 on the year for Dickinson. Aaliyah Bannister and Nevaeh Hipsek here, a pair of underclassmen at heavyweight. Central Cass has the 3-time state champion Anna White coming up next here for the Squirrels on the weight class, unless they move her up, which you can do again, move up a weight class or 2, which is all the strategy when it comes to the dual portion of the tournament, where you think some matchups might favor your team better than the other. Over at the Minot Lisbon matchup, it's 21-12 right now, going to lightweight at 100 pounds in favor of Minot High. Going for a single leg shot. Nevaeh Hipsek able to bring down Bannister with a 3-point takedown here, now works up top. So Hipsek with an early 3-0 lead. This will be in the center of the mat on mat number 3 on that Fargo Metro logo. Nice crowd here for Central Cass fans out in attendance that have made their way throughout the weekend from Castleton to Fargo with that short drive down I-94, possibly taking the back highway as well. As Hipsek on top of Bannister right now, seeing if Bannister, who's sprawled out on her stomach, Hipsek trying to see if she can get Bannister turned over and do what Ava Golfson was able to do moments ago and be a winner via fall into a pinning combination. Work to do, though, here for Hipsek if she's able to do so. Trying to get those arms crossed across as this one able to turn her Bannister over and now into a pinning combination. 15 seconds left in the period, and Nevaeh Hipsek, a sophomore for Central Cass, winner via fall late in the first period. Largest lead here for Central Cass now at 24-12. As we will head to 100 pounds now, and Anna White will not be coming on at 100. As for the Central Cass Squirrels, they take a 24-12 advantage back-to-back times. Winner via fall here for the Central Cass Squirrels. This coming at the heavyweight at 250 for Nevaeh Hipsek here for Central Cass. Able to get that 3-point takedown, continue to work, and earn the pin. As again, we head to the 100-pound weight class, as Central Cass will be bringing on Amistad here, the 7th grader at 25-8 on the season for the Squirrels, going up against Aaron Martin, the freshman, at 20-18 on the season here for Dickinson. So Amistad here, the 7th grader, getting an opportunity to get some more experience this season at a state tournament, particularly on the team dual side here. As we've seen 6 weight classes with 7 left to go right now. as these two are still locked up in some collar ties. 40 seconds into the period, currently scoreless on mat number 3. As there's going to be a takedown here for Amundstead, as Amundstead gets into a takedown. Near fall points being awarded, trying to get the reversal then for Martin on top as Amundstead continues to work that move. She's got her left shoe still in the center of the ring right now, just nearly off the side of the mat, and they will finally be off the edge of the mat. 3 point for a takedown, 4 points coming make that 3 points coming here via near fall. Lauren Amundstead able to get the points and now makes it 6-0 here for Central Cass. As Amundstead continuing to work, as Aaron Martin going to the side of the mat right now into the middle between mats 3 and 4. They were just between mats 3 and 1 moments ago, so working from north to south right now here in the Fargo Dome. As Amundstead starting in the top position on the restart. As you see Aaron Martin right now trying to get out of the grass and possibly as she gets back to her base of the tripod, but then Amundstead throws her back down to the mat. 20 seconds left here in the period. Amundstead trying to roll Martin over and getting to a pinning combination. Near fall points being awarded here right now as Aaron Martin just trying to survive the last 12 seconds here of the first period. Lauren Amundstead trying to see if she can finish off Martin into a pin with 5 seconds left here in the first. There it is, winner via fall. Lauren Amundstead continuing to work and grind and get 6 more points here for the Squirrels. It's now 30-12, Central Cass out in front as the Dickinson Midgets trail now 30-12. Central Cass doing a nice job. Last 3 weight classes all winner via fall here for the Squirrels, and Ava Gollefson, Nevaeh Hipsack, and now Lauren Amundstead here, the 7th grader winner via fall. With just 4 seconds left as Anna White will bump up from 100 to 106 pounds now. Your 3-time state champ at 100 pounds again for Central Cass, as she will be going up against Lucia here for Dickinson, the 8th grader at 18-22 on the season. Anna White, the sophomore, at 34-1. As Anna White, and wrestling at 106 pounds, able to earn a decision win in the championship last night here at the Fargo Dome. A big embrace with head coach Travis Lamar on top of it. Scoreless as these two are in some collar tie situations currently in the center of the ring. Still 21-12 between Minot and Lisbon. They're also at 100 pounds on the weight class. 21-12, Minot High leads Lisbon. Winner of this match will go up against the winner of that one coming up here at 1 o'clock as a scheduled time. Bismarck Legacy 51-6, well in front over South Border in that particular match as well. Anna White still in a collar tie here with Lucia, as Anna trying to see if she can work with that armbar across. Now they able to reset, going in for a single leg here as Anna White gets a 3-point takedown. Nice up and under move. And now White trying to see if she can take Lucia across the mat, just like we've seen from the other Central Cass Squirrel wrestlers here as of late. And roll her across and get into a pinning combination. As working in on that middle again is Anna White. White now opening up the right-hand side here of Lucia, as Lucia is buried into the mat with 20 seconds left here in this first period. As Lucia is trying to stay alive here, Anna White trying to turn her around with 10 seconds. As White continues to work, as they continue to go about 360 across. Now Anna White gets some near fall points into a pinning combination with 2 with 1, and that will end the first period. So you get the 3-point takedown with 4 near fall points upcoming. Anna White now takes a 7-0 lead over Lucia here from Dickinson at 106 pounds as we head to the second period. As White will start in the top position here to begin the second. And Lucia finds herself in a similar situation where Anna White's now almost working a cradle spot, got the left hand around that left leg of Lucia as White now continues to work up top. Trying to see if she can come across, get that right arm stretched out. As White just trying to see what her next particular move might be here for the Central Cass Squirrels. A very offensive wrestler, always looking to see what that next move can be, adding to the point total here. And with how wrestling changed the point total, that just made someone like an Anna White of the world, who's always looking for points, even that much more dangerous when it comes to wrestling, going from a 2-point takedown to a 3-point takedown here this season. 60 seconds remaining in the second period, 7-0 White. As White's got that little chicken wing working right now, trying to see if she can sprawl Lucia across. Similar move as she was able to do so and earn some near fall points to end the first period. As White takes a look back to the head coach and Travis Lamar here, and Travis saying roll her over if you can. Lucia able to get back to her two knees, trying to work up top and see if she can get to her tripod position here against White, but White, like a python right now, just has that grasp and able to get that left hand underneath the left shoulder here of Lucia. Lucia then sprawls back out on her stomach. 20 seconds remaining. Lucia doing a nice job as well, not having a stalling warning, as we do get a stalemate between the two. 15 seconds left here in the second period. It's still a 7-0 lead as it was to begin the period here in favor of Anna White. As we'll reset and readjust, White again will start in this top position. As taking that left hand here of Lucia, White trying to see if she can finish off the period with a potential near fall, but nothing granted there, as we will go to the third period, still 7-0. So far, haven't had a Bank North timeout or blood time, but if we do, that's brought to you in part by Bank North. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. See what values-based banking can do for you. Visit banknorth.bank. That again is banknorth.bank today. As we head to the third period, Anna White will be in the bottom position here against Lucia from Dickinson. White right now with a decision win. She's able to earn another point. It would be a major win. As Anna White's going to get a 2-point for the reversal coming here, so right now it is a major if it stands at a 9-0 advantage. As Lucia trails it by 9, able to get back on the middle of the mat. Anna White trying to see if she can turn Lucia over. Was nearly into a pinning combination to finish off the first period, but just ran out of time. And Lucia did a good job fending off any attack from White to stay alive in the second period, and now we'll have to do so again as we're midway through period number 3. White has consistently tried to find, but there's going to be a stalling warning here on Lucia now, so the next one would be a point in favor of White. So the first stalling warning for either wrestler, as Anna White continues to work with that right arm across, trying to see if she can just get that wing in a little bit here for Central Cass. As White's working on the back here of Lucia, trying her best to turn her over, but every time it's there, Lucia just does not give in to allow White to put her on her back as she continues to work on her stomach. 20 seconds remaining here in the period. As now Anna White's trying to see if she can maybe get the cradle locked in as Lucia works off to the edge of the mat. 10 seconds remaining here in the period. Going back to her base here is going to be Lucia as they work off to the center. There is no point for the escape. 5 seconds left here in the third period as Anna White will be in the top position. And that's how we'll finish off this particular match. 9-0 Anna White, winner via major decision, adds 4 more points here for the Central Cass Squirrels to make it now 34-12 as Anna White did a nice job. Lucia just a little bit better in terms of not getting the pin, but Anna White picks up 4 points on the way here for the Central Cass Squirrels. And for the Squirrels now, they rattled off 4 weight classes in a row where they're getting points, and right now there's just 5 more weight classes to be had as we head to 112 pounds here between the Squirrels and the Midgets. So we go to 112 pounds now here for Central Cass and Dickinson on mat number 3. Emma Dutt here for the Squirrels, the 8th grader at 19 and 15 on the season, going up against Reagan Zarvia here for the Dickinson Midgets. As you'll see, Reagan finishing in 6th place at 112 pounds at the state tournament. Going in for a single leg shot here is Central Cass, as the Squirrels with Emma Dutt went for a single leg. Now working up top is Reagan trying to block it, not allowing Dutt to finish this one off, as Dutt has that left ankle and that left knee wrapped up. As they continue to work, now throwing her back across, and being up top will be a 3-point takedown here for Reagan. Reagan gets a nice throw coming across, as it will be a 3-0 lead here for Reagan, as she will work up top as Dickinson looking to still stay alive. They're down by 24 points. Pin here would be large for the Midgets to try to get back in this one here, as Reagan Starvia trying to get into that cradle spot here with Emma Dutt. Dutt on the bottom of the mat now, like Lucia, with Dickinson having to work, trying to get the 2-point reversal. Does, and now Dutt into a near opportunity. Does get 2 points though, so nice reversal there for Dutt to get 2. Was nearly working into some back and near fall points. She trails it 3-2, but working on top now here for Emma Dutt. As trying to get the 1-point escape, does, as Reagan will take the 1-point escape at 4-2. 4 seconds left here in this period, and that's how we'll go to the second period. It will be 4-2 here for Starvia here for Dickinson against Emma Dutt for Central Cass. Well, these wrestlers, 8th graders for Emma Dutt, 19 and 15 on the year, while Reagan is 27 and 13 here, so the future is bright for both of these young wrestlers here at getting state tournament experience again this season. 4th year of girls wrestling, and just continuing to see it grow, and the quality of wrestlers at weight classes. It's not just maybe 3 or 4 weight classes as it was in the first, as we're going to get a grasping warning against Central Castle. You will get 1 point for the tech, as this one will go towards Reagan here for Dickinson. Then Dickinson will get 3 points on the takedown on top of it here. So for Reagan, should be an 8-2 advantage. Check that, that'll be a 2-point reversal. So yep, 7-2 is the advantage here. 1:20 left in the second period. Reagan trying her best, is getting back to her stomach. Here is Emma Dutt. Dutt now back to her base right now, trying to get back up top, but Reagan throws her back to the middle of the ring. 60 seconds here in this second period as Reagan trying to see if she can get that left arm and right arm across as she did last time. That's where Emma Dutt was able to get the 2-point reversal, getting out of that grasp. Working on that arm bar again here is Reagan. Reagan got that right arm all the way hooked in the back. As Dutt with 45 seconds left here in the second period, able to get back to her base for a second, now back. Able to spin, but not out of the grasp, was Reagan on the far edge of the mat in front of that Dickinson camp, that Dickinson bench. Trying to work the underhooks right now. Here is Reagan, as Dutt will see this with her right arm back thrown towards the center of the ring. 10 seconds left in this second period. Near fall points being here for Reagan. Reagan now into a pinning combination. Winner via fall with 6 seconds left in the second period. Here is Reagan Starvia of Dickinson, and the Dickinson Midgets are back on the board, and a desperately needed pin here for Dickinson to make it 34-18. As we'll go from 112 to 118, just 4 weight classes remaining here. As Mallory DeVries will come on here for the Central Cass Squirrels. We'll see the check in here for Dickinson in a moment. As one more time, Mallory DeVries will be coming on here for Central Cass. Mallory, 5th place. She will be squaring off here in this one against Dickinson's own and Emily Schilling, who also finished on the podium in 8th place. Here yesterday on the individual portion of the tournament, Mallory DeVries, the senior, at 24-6 on the season against Schilling, the freshman, at 15-11. So far scoreless, as both are working some collar ties right now. 30 seconds here in this first period as Mallory DeVries and Schilling back into a neutral position as they reassessed. Some hand fighting between these two. Dickinson still a chance to come back here, albeit they're down by 16. But with these 4 weight classes, again, if you get 4 pins, all of a sudden you got 24 points. So Mallory DeVries trying to put this one away, barring the outcome of this particular result. As these two are still tied up within the center of the map between DeVries and Emily Schilling. Minot's going to advance on the other set as they're at 130 pounds, but they have a 51-12 advantage over Lisbon. So the winner of this will go up against the Majets coming up here at 1 o'clock. The loser will go up against Lisbon in the consolation semifinals. Going in for a single lead was Schilling, blocked by Mallory DeVries. There's Mallory DeVries right now. Sees this. Still tied up with Schilling. These two just a lot of hand fighting between the two. Anytime there's been a shot, it's been blocked. Neither have been on the mat yet with 15 seconds left in this first period. There goes a single leg attempt here for Schilling. Mallory DeVries able to bring her down, trying to come across here. Schilling still got that locked in, but there's a 3 points eventually for DeVries. So the single leg shot by Schilling brought both down to the mat. Mallory had the better positioning, being on top and able to come around and finish with a 3-point takedown here for DeVries. Mallory, this will be the final time she'll be representing Central Cass as a senior here. DeVries awfully good when it comes to cross country as well. Able to see her compete a little bit later on track. Here coming up here for Central Cass. As the track season not too far away with practices and hoping to get out sooner rather than later out into the normal parts of the track and field once you have a little bit of that indoor season to begin with. But a 3-0 lead to begin the second period. DeVries starting in the top position here. As Emily Schilling trying to get to that tripod position. As DeVries working on the right side of Emily currently. As Schilling sees this on the back, DeVries trying to see if she can roll her over. Schilling gets back to her stomach. 40 seconds into this second period. As DeVries has that right arm coming across. As they work up top, there is a 1-point escape. DeVries goes for a single leg shot, so 3-1 right now. DeVries then gets the 3-point takedown after a quick escape there for Schilling, so it's 6-1. 50 seconds left here in the second period. He's working on that arm bar right now as DeVries on the back. Very similar position as they're working on the edge of the mat. DeVries trying to see if she can get Schilling turned over. Schilling trying to stay out of a pinning situation right now as it's still up top. As Mallory DeVries trying to get Schilling to come across. 20 seconds left in the period. Near fall points being awarded. Now DeVries into a pinning combination. Trying to get back to her stomach here, though, is Schilling able to do so. 4 near fall points will be awarded here for DeVries. 10 seconds left in this second period. As DeVries continues to work on top here of Schilling. Schilling able to get back to her stomach, and we're going to get 4 near fall points awarded here for Central Cass, and that's how we'll go to the third. Mallory DeVries with a 10-1 lead as we head to period number 3 here for the Squirrels. As Mallory DeVries will be in the top position here. As we do have a final coming in between Grand Forks and Bismarck High. It was a 60-18 lead for Bismarck High over Grand Forks. Bismarck Legacy winner via 63-12. Bismarck Legacy over South Border. Minot's going to finish off Lisbon and Central Cass right now, the top seed from the East. Trying to be the lone team from the East into the semifinals. DeVries starting in the top position here in this third period. 10-1 lead. As you'll see, Mallory right now be between the circles, trying to get into that cradle, see if she can bring Schilling across. Schilling able to get back to her base, now into the tripod position. DeVries throws her back down, continues to work 45 seconds into this third period. As you'll handle it now here for Emily Schilling. Schilling trying to see if she can get all the way back up, as we'll get a stallmate here at 118 pounds. Still to come. Starting at 142, we'll get to 124, 130, and 136 here. As Mallory DeVries continues here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Starting up top here on Emily Schilling. As going back to her stomach here is Emily. As Emily currently would be a major decision win and 4 points being awarded here to Central Cass. But currently the Central Cass Squirrels here with Mallory DeVries looking for some more. As we'll get a stalling warning here for Schilling against Dickinson. As DeVries throw Schilling back to the far edge of the mat. 13 seconds remaining. As this continues to work on the bottom, as Mallory DeVries will see this one. And it will be a winner by a major decision, 10-1. Mallory DeVries picking up 4 points on the way here for the Central Cass Squirrels to make it a 38-18 advantage now. And with 3 weight classes left, the Central Cass Squirrels will be making their way into the semifinals after that major decision win here for Mallory DeVries of Central Cass. As the Squirrels will have 3 weight classes remaining here with the Dickinson Midgets, again at 124, 130, and 136. As here on mat number 3, both wrestlers will check in here for the Squirrels and the Midgets. As now at 124 pounds here on mat number 3. Ember Waters here for Dickinson at 25-12, going up against Brianna Mayer here of Central Cass. Again, this is at 124 pounds. Taking a look at the Squirrels with Brianna Mayer, the 8th place finisher at 124 pounds. Well, for the Dickinson Midgets, going out there at a final season as well here for Ember Waters with these two. Still scoreless, 30 seconds into this first period. Central Cass will square off with Minot here coming up at the top of the hour at 1 o'clock, while you'll have Dickinson squaring off with Lisbon in the consolation semifinals also at 1 o'clock here later today on yourliveevent.com. Now, as you'll see, these two just tied up in collar ties as they reassess and get back into the neutral position. 60 seconds and just a lot of dancing in the center of the mat so far. As you're looking for someone to get a chance to get the lock in and maybe go down for a throw and a move here, but neither has had that positioning. As Brianna Mayer continues to work up top here on Ember Waters. 35 seconds left here in the first. As Mayer sees this with the right arm here of Waters, blocked. We'll come back into some hand ties as they continue. Now those hand ties go to collar ties right now. 20 seconds left here in the first period. Still scoreless between Mayer and Waters. As Central Cass continues to work on top. And we'll add to the second period. It will be scoreless between Mayer and Waters right now. As we'll see who will be in the down position. That'll be Ember Waters here for the Dickinson Midgets, as Mayer will start on top. This will work out on the bottom. As you'll see it here for Ember Waters on the bottom position, Brianna Mayer will continue to work up top. As you'll see Brianna Mayer here trying to get that right arm across and on the back and working that little bit of a wing. But every time Ember Waters is able to get back to the basics here. As we'll see these two continuing to work back across as Mayer continues to work up top here on yourliveevent.com. As the Central Cass Squirrels still scoreless here between these two, between Brianna Mayer and Ember Waters currently. Going in for that left ankle pick. Waters able to place it down for a moment. As we will head to the third period, looks like we'll be scoreless as Mayer trying to come across and finish a three-point takedown, but it looks like she's going to be running out of time. As she will be here as we will head to the third period. Nope, 4 seconds left as they're going to call him off the mat, so we will be heading to the third period here, more than likely scoreless. And that's exactly what we will be, as we'll get the choice. As Waters will start on top. As right now, Brianna Schmidt's going to get the 1-point escape, and that is the only point on the board right now, 1-0. Brianna Mayer able to get the 1-point escape here with Ember Waters. Waters tied up with currently with Brianna Mayer. Back to the center of the mat. Here at 124 pounds. Now Brianna Mayer working up top as you see Waters pushing her to the side. As Mayer trying to get back to the little bit of the edge here and see if she can turn Waters over across. But right now, Brianna Mayer just kind of riding out a little bit up top on this one. 60 seconds left in this third period. As Brianna Mayer and Ember Waters look back at their coaches for a second, getting some instructions with 50 seconds left in this period. Trying to hold that single leg here is Waters, but Mayer doing a good job working up top, and they'll call a stalemate here with 41 seconds left in the period. This is the final girls match, all West so far. The one lone East school again will be Central Cass as they'll be making their way into the semifinals upcoming here at 1 o'clock. We'll have coverage as they will square off with Minot High, the individual team champs yesterday for the Magi, but currently here in this one, Brianna Mayer sees this here with Ember Waters with 25 seconds remaining. It would be a decision win here for Central Cass, trying to improve that team duel score up to 41-18, but Waters right now going in for a single leg block by Mayer. Mayer and Waters get back to their base here. 14 seconds left in the third period. Almost kind of a snoozer to begin the first period, and the second now trying to finish with the three-point takedown here is Waters with 4 seconds, with 3 seconds, and she's able to get the three-point takedown here just at the horn as we'll go to our next weight class as 3 points being awarded here for the Dickinson Midgets. Here as Waters and Brianna Mayer were locked up for the majority of the particular round, and literally in the final seconds, Waters able to get the three-point takedown, gets 3 points awarded here on a decision win, 38-21 here for the Dickinson Midgets. As we go from 124 pounds now to $130. 2 weight classes still to go here at 130 and 136 respectively. And this is the final girls duel that is going on. Make sure you stay tuned. We'll have coverage of Lisbon and also the Carrington Cardinals on the boys' side. As Emma Schneider here, the junior, at 7-12 on this season at 130 pounds, going up against Brianna Erickson, the freshman, at 33-15 on the season here for Dickinson. Right off the rip here, Erickson able to get a three-point takedown on a double leg attempt, as Erickson now will work up top here on Emma Schneider. 20 seconds into the first period, as going from a double leg here for Erickson now into a pinning combination. Erickson winner via fall. 28 seconds here into the first period. So 38-27 winner via fall here is Erickson at 130 pounds. So Brianna Erickson able to be a winner via 130 as we head to 136 pounds. Now this will be our final weight class. Central Cass's Grace Lamar able to finish 5th at 136 pounds, getting on the podium here yesterday for the Squirrels. As we will go from there and get into our final weight class again here between Central Cass and Dickinson. As, again, sometimes you just get some different wrestlers into different positions. Here is Lincoln Campan here, the 8th grader at 136 for Central Cass, will go up against Dorman. Christina here for Dickinson at 24-10 on the year. As Lincoln Campan working into some collar ties here with Dormanen. As Dormanen and Campan right now into some collar ties it is, trying to get a single leg. Here's Dormanen on the grab. There's Lincoln Campan trying to get that body weight across and see if she can get the takedown here on Dormanen. Regardless what happens here, Central Cass, just by the point total, even if they were to give up a pin or a tech, they're still moving on to the semifinals. Again, here for the Squirrels, we'll have a different game link, stream link for you on that for audio-only coverage. As they work to the bottom of the mat here, Dormanen got down to a double knee. Campan trying to throw her back over, and then they'll work out of the mat into a neutral position here. 55 seconds left in the period. What the team duels can do instead of the individuals as well, depending on how you're structured throughout the course, can maybe allow some wrestler to be saved for a different match later on. Try to save just the wear and tear throughout the course of the individual, or give someone who did not qualify for the individual tournament a chance to wrestle here at state. Just the building of programs here is going for the one leg attempt as this one gets sprawled into the Central Cass bench. And when we got a stalling warning here for Christina, so Dorman will get called for a stalling warning here for Dickinson in the first period. Next one would be a point awarded here to Lincoln Campan. Going in for a single leg here is Dorman and blocked by Campan. As Lincoln working to the outside, now will be on the bottom, back to her stomach, trying to work back up top here. And we do get a three-point takedown here for Christina. So Dorman for the Dickinson Midgets looking to take a 3-0 lead after one period, and that's exactly what they will do. There won't be any more near fall points coming here, so we'll go to the second as the junior leads the 8th grader here, as Dorman with a 3-0 lead as we go to period number 2. And they will defer here for Dormanen. And we'll see in the top position here for Lincoln Compon, as Christina will start in the bottom position. As Lincoln Compon now here for Central Cass. We'll see this in the top position as Dorman right now trying to get the escape. And we will get the 1-point escape being awarded here for Dorman as we'll work to the side of the match. And now Matt will be 4-0 here for Dorman over Lake and Capon, as this is the only match on these 8 mats that is still currently going on. But again, this is the final weight class. It started right at around 11:30, so an hour into this duel, as they will work to the side of the mat. As Lincoln Capon here will go back into a neutral position here for Dorman. As you'll see it here for Central Cass, as the Squirrels right now with Lincoln Capon trying to get a 3-point takedown, and does so. As Capon here will be in the center of the mat and take a 3-point takedown to make it now 4-3. As you're seeing her getting back to her base here is Dorman. Dorman trying to avoid any near fall points, but we do get a warning for clasping here. 4-3, as we'll see who the clasping will be on, but we'll get a point coming here via the tech fall. And this one will be awarded here to Dorman. And so the clasping will be on Lincoln Capon to make it now 5-3 with 55 seconds left here in the second period. Starting in the bottom position here will be Dorman again for Dickinson High. Lincoln Capon, you'll see Dorman trying to get out the escape, makes it a 6-3 contest. As now it's a 6-3 lead with 40 seconds and going in for a single leg, but coming across, and we'll get 3 points for a takedown here for Dorman after a single leg attempt here by Lincoln Capon to make it now 9-3. 30 seconds left here in the second period. As Dorman continues to work right now as she gets back to her tripod based as Capon, but off the mat to make it 9-3 with 25 seconds left here in the second period. Going back to Lincoln Capon, Travis Lamar in our state preview show mentioned that Lincoln Capon probably had her best weekend of wrestling as an 8th grader in the state in the East Region Dual Tournament here for the Central Cass Squirrels, and allowed Central Cass to get to that East #1 seed and put themselves in a position here today against the West #4 seed as Dorman works on top here late in this second period. 10 seconds remaining as Dorman's got Lincoln across. Near fall points coming here with some back points. As right into a pinning combination here with 5 seconds remaining here in the second period. As Lincoln Capon trying to sprawl out, gets back to her stomach, but we will get 4 near fall points awarded here towards the towards the Dickinson Midgets, who the Lisbon Broncos will be wrestling next in the consolation semifinals, as they will award 4 near fall points. So Dormanen will take a 13-3 lead as we go to the third period. Lincoln Capon will start on the bottom here as Dormanen. We'll start on the top position here as Lincoln trying to sprawl back out. Coming up, we'll get to our wrestler of the match, our move of the match, that and more, as Dorman able to win her via fall. And the final in this one will be 38-33 will be the final. The Central Cass Squirrels, the East #1 seed, able to advance to the semifinals with a 38-33 win over the Dickinson Midgets. Coming up in a half hour, we'll get to Minot going up against Central Cass in the semifinals. We'll take a break and we'll get to our post-match show. That's next here in the Fargo Dome.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
What does it mean to be locally owned and operated? For Cenex, it means everything. It means that we know if you take your coffee to go or if you like to stay a while. It means we've helped Little Leagues get jerseys and local festivals get funding. It means we know what our communities need. So you'll always leave Cenex with a full tank, full of snacks, or full of smiles. Or all of the above. And that means the world to us. Cenex, powered locally.
Welcome to Ashley Super Value, your neighborhood grocery store where fresh, local, and delicious meat every day. From farm fresh produce to your favorite pantry essentials, they've got everything you need to keep your family happy and healthy. Craving something special? Their homemade sausage is perfect for any meal, and don't forget their irresistible homemade Coogan. Visit them today at Ashley Super Value or shop online at ashleysupervalue.com for your favorite local treats. Ashley Super Value, you're always first at Super Value.
As we come back here to our post-match show, let's get to our Enbridge Energy Wrestler of the Match. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That, again, is Enbridge.com for career opportunities. And for the Central Cass Squirrels, the Wrestler of the Match, able to win via the fall, is Cheyenne Helen here at 155 pounds over Isabel Medris. Here for the Dickinson Midgets, Cheyenne Helen at 155 is our Enbridge Energy Wrestler of the Match. We go from there to our Agassi Precision Egg Move of the Match. That comes via Ava Golovson. She can right off the rip, nearly got a fall in the first 15 seconds against Kendra Erickson. Continue to work and did win via fall at 107 at 190 pounds. Again, winner via the fall. And the move of the match, again, goes to Ava Golson as she nearly came away right off the bat with a fall here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Go to Agassi Precision Egg, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsborough. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. And our Halstead Telephone Company connection of the match here for Central Cass, and able to propel them, not so much the fall, but winner via major decision of Anna White and Mallory DeVries. If you're unable to win via the major decision there, or maybe you give up some points to Dickinson, this one could have changed a little bit later on in terms of who was going to go out there wrestling for Central Cass. But Anna White via the decision at 106, and Mallory DeVries a major decision win as well at 118 is our Halstead Telephone Company connection of the match. To discover local reliability you can trust at Halstead Telephone. It's how to connect at halsteadtel.com. That again is halsteadtel.com. These Central Cass Squirrels are moving on. They will square off with Minot at 1 o'clock in the semifinals. Well, for Dickinson, they will match up with Lisbon coming up in the consolation semifinals. Take a quick break and put a bow on the quarters here of the State Girls Dual Tournament.
Wallen Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals proudly serving the community for over 40 years. As an experienced independent agency, they partner with top-rated insurance companies to provide affordable and tailored solutions for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. When it comes to crop insurance, Walt and Grant deliver unmatched expertise and personalized service. With the March 15th sales closing deadline approaching, now is the perfect time to trust your crop protection needs to the team who puts you first. To get started with a free quote, head to nd-insure.com for more info.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
Don't leave anything to chance with your home's heating system this winter. Trust Bears Home Solutions to keep your home's heating system running at maximum efficiency. From installation and maintenance to 24/7 emergency service, our team of friendly professionals are equipped to handle any heating equipment in your home. Rated the Red River Valley's top home HVAC and plumbing company. Bears Home Solutions. You need a bear in there.
As we come back here and recap what happened again in the state girls dual quarterfinals one more time. Central Cass winners 38-33, Minot High 57-16 over Lisbon. Legacy gets by South Borders 63-12, and Bismarck High over Grand Forks 60-18. So the consolation semis will be Dickinson against Lisbon at 1, South Border Grand Forks at 1 o'clock as well. Semifinals will match up Central Cass and Lisbon here at 1 o'clock, and then you'll get to Bismarck Legacy and Bismarck at 1. Placing matches will be at 2:30 with the championship at 4 o'clock. So again, for Lisbon, Dickinson at 1 o'clock, 5th or 7th place at 2:30. Central Cass at 1 o'clock. If you win, you're in the championship at 4. If you lose, you're wrestling for 3rd at 2:30. That does it for this coverage of Central Cass Dickinson. Join us for Central Cass Minot here in just a few moments on your LiveEvent.com.